Hi guys, my name is Renee Joy, and I am going to be reading an Am I the A-hole Reddit story. I have not read this yet. It says, I think my date was drugged. Am I the a-hole for how I handled it? That kind of sounds like an 18 plus, no kiddos around. Anyway, let's get to it. I have you set up on my computer. Anyway, I, 24 male, was on a date last night. I had matched with this woman on Hinge, and this was our first time meeting in person. We met for dinner, and we were having a good time. After dinner, we headed to a bar down the street, and after one drink, she was kind of slurring her words and spaced out. I'll be honest, I was a little annoyed because I didn't know how much she could possibly be drunk, as we'd only had 2 drinks at dinner and a pretty big meal. My only assumption is that she could have been drinking before the date, but she didn't seem that drunk when she first arrived. I just want to make a little side note. I am probably going to stutter over this, and it is 4 o'clock in the morning, and I don't have the energy to edit this, so. Anyway, back to the story. I politely told her I was going to grab the check, but as we were waiting/paying, she seemed to get significantly more incoherent by the minute. We had taken an Uber, but I honestly felt weird sending her in an Uber alone. She practically was falling asleep on the bar stool, and the bartender was shooting me weird looks as if to say, take her home. So anyway, I grabbed her phone, and I was able to get her to unlock it using her Face ID. I called the number of the last person she was texting and told them what was going on. Luckily, this person was a good friend and insisted on picking her up immediately. I took her outside, but I had to hold her up. Her friend arrived within 15 minutes, but she looked at me like I was a creep. I apologized, and her friend just kind of brushed me off, threw my date in the car, and left. Am I the a-hole? Did I do the right thing? Should I have called the police? I hope she's okay, but I can picture being out on one of those "Are we dating the same guy" pages where she or her friend accuses me of drugging her. I'm not interested in a second date, but I do kind of want to make sure she's okay. Would it be wrong to check on her? Would it be wrong to not check? Honestly, it's possible some other creep working behind the bar slipped her something, but I don't know what their motive would have been considering she was with me. But who knows what the mindset of people who do stuff like that? Or could she have been on something before she arrived and the alcohol just enhanced it? Well, I definitely 100% think that he did the right thing, because that could go either way, and if something were to have happened to her, or, she was drugged, all that different stuff, he definitely would probably have been blamed for that, and I'm definitely glad that he made sure she was safe. Anyway, so what do you think about that one? Okay, so this is story 2. It is, am I the a-hole for my USB killer frying my friend's PC after she snooped in my bag? I am just going to say right off the bat that I do not think that you are the a-hole. She should not have snooped. Okay, let's get to the story. Oh, by the way, Reddit there's the tag on it says not the a-hole, and as of now, I do agree. 20 female, my friend is 21 female. I always carry a USB killer in my backpack. It looks like any other thumb drive, except I stuck a tiny devil face sticker on it, so I know it's the dangerous one. I keep it on me because I still live at home and my parents are super nosy. If I ever left it on my desk, they definitely pick it up and plug it into the laptop to see what it is. Yesterday, I had to leave campus in a rush and asked my friend to watch my bag for a bit. I ended up not having time to come back, so I texted her to take it home and I'd grab it today. She said cool. She gets home, admits she got curious and started looking through my stuff. Finds the devil sticker USB, thinks it's normal drive, plugs it into her gaming PC to see what files I have. Computer instantly dies, Movo and PCU completely gone. Now she's mad at me, saying I'm reckless for carrying something like that and that I need to buy her a whole new setup, even though she knows she shouldn't have been digging around in my bag in the first place. I feel bad her PC is dead, but come on, don't snoop and don't plug random drives into your computer. Am I the a-hole? No, 100% not. It's not, oh wow. I don't even know what to say to that. That is absolutely ridiculous. One of the comments on this post is, your last line covers it. She was a bad friend to look through your bag and a bad friend to use something of yours without asking. She's learned an expensive lifelong lesson. Don't be a D to your friends and don't plug unknown USBs into your computer without first checking with a trusted source about what's on it. And the other comment under that one says, especially ones that are marked with a sticker that indicates something bad. And then another comment says, let me taste the thing with a skull and a crossbone on it. OP didn't say it was bad. Oh, there's a whole line of just jokes and stuff like that, but yeah, 100% not the a-hole. Honestly, I'd be pissed that she looked through my stuff and it's just her own thing. By the way, that on my finger right there, that's mascara. That's mascara too. When I do my mascara, you know how on the end of it, it gets a lot of the product on it, so I wipe it off my hand, and 90% of the time forget to wipe it off before I take pictures or stuff like that. Okay, this is story, I think, 3. Am I the a-hole for not answering the door? My roommate's dad shows up in the morning. Reddit has them tagged as not the a-hole, and I agree. Especially if it's early in the morning, I am not answering the door unless it's an emergency. Anyway, let's get to the story. My roommate is in their early 30s, but they have overbearing parents who will drop in a short notice. Their dad is the main offender. This happened a few times while my roommate wasn't home, and I've answered the door in most cases. The only time I didn't was when I was exhausted due to medication withdrawal, which they got irritated with me for. I would automatically be pissed, especially if they're not there. The dad hasn't been rude to me per se, but he's always grumpy and kind of passive-aggressive. He seems to get frustrated by me just not knowing where my roommate is at all times. He showed up today around 10 a.m. and kept ringing the doorbell maybe 15 minutes. My roommate was home this time, but they were irritated with me for not answering because they were out late and too tired to deal with it themselves. That would make me even more mad, and I'd be finding a different place to live. I had tried calling to wake them up because all of our doors are loud AF, so if I had left my room, the dad would have known someone was inside and just not answering. Roommate's phone was dead. I felt like it's not really fair for me to have morning randomly interrupted by some cranky boomer just because my roommate isn't communicating with him. I can't tell the dad to F off because he's helping with the mortgage while my roommate, who owns the house, is looking for a full-time job, so that's not an option. Am I the a-hole? Here's an edit. Edit to clarify. I just moved in recently and will be paying rent effective next month after my new job starts. I'll also be covering more than my roommate currently does. This isn't a mooching situation. There are issues with the house that have made it extremely difficult for them to find a tenant, but I agreed to stay because they're allowing me to pause paying until my income starts up again. I'm doing both them and Dad a favor here because some of the house problems could land them in hot water if a tenant were to make a legal complaint. I'm the only way they're getting help with mortgage anytime soon, and yes, I'm planning on leaving when I can. Final edit. I'm turning notifications for this post off. I've pretty much gotten the full spectrum of opinions on this, and I'm tired of answering questions that are already addressed in the original post. I appreciate the folks who actually... Okay, that was just going on about people. But yeah, I definitely agree that this person is not the a-hole. Honestly, I don't even really have any comments on that. Other than definitely not the a-hole and my reaction to that. Well, in her situation, she can't really say anything, or he, just for the fact that, the arrangement that they do have made. But I would definitely be getting out of there as soon as possible because that's not going to stop. That would be an absolute freaking nightmare. So yeah, I would definitely save up and do as much as she can to get out of that situation. Because like I said before, it is not going to get any better. Anyway, since it is currently 4:30 in the morning, I am going to go ahead and end this video here, and I'm going to try to start posting on a regular basis. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.